Hi, I'm Haley, and this is my channel, Floatin and Gloatin. If you get it, you're in the right place. So I'm gonna be doing my makeup today. Usually gonna probably be doing my makeup. It's just something that I enjoy to do. A lot of my friends who wanted me to make this channel enjoy me doing my makeup, and I just thought it would be something fun to do. So yeah, and I'm going to talk about some other stuff that goes on in my life. Like, I suffer with chronic pain, namely fibromyalgia and lupus. And I'm going to talk about maybe some mental health stuff occasionally. I have a couple of mental health designations. And just life. I'm 26, so that makes that all a bit complicated. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so today I decided to go with like kind of an edgy girl look, if that even makes sense. It's just kind of like a black smoked out eye that we're gonna do today. So let's see what I have here. I'm looking through my palettes and I'm just trying to find my things because I didn't seem to organize anything very well. So I like to start with a face putty. It's by e.l.f. I'm gonna pin up my hair so that's out of the way. Usually best to do this just because you don't want your hair in your makeup because it gets really hard to clean after a while. I just find it's easier to pin it up and then fix it later. So I do my hair after my makeup. So this is e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. You can tell it's well loved. So I just kind of put this all over my face. It has a very putty texture. Sorry guys. It's kind of smooth. This is the best primer I've found. It blends very well with my skin. I have kind of a combination skin that leans more towards the dry side. It keeps my makeup on really well, and I definitely would give it a 10 out of 10. Now I'm gonna put on my foundation, and I don't use a lot of like really expensive products, mainly because I'm really broke. We need that $2,000 check. So this is e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. I forget what the shade is, but I don't know if that helps. I've seen people do that on YouTube. I just am following along. So I just put this on my face kind of like haphazardly. You know, when you're 26 and you have chronic pain, doing this is a lot more exhausting than you thought it would be at 26. I don't know if that feels like that for every 26-year-old, but let me tell you, doing my makeup is an event, and I'm kind of done with it. Can I just be naturally beautiful forever? Can I just have makeup like on my face? Like, can I look like my makeup is always done and not have to do it? Dang it. I don't know where my beauty blender is. I'll be back. I'm back. Okay, so you're just gonna wanna tap this into your face. I use a beauty blender because I feel brushes make it really streaky. And nobody likes a streaky face, girls. And boys. Whoever likes to do their makeup, you know? I don't judge. Makeup is for everybody. So just keep punching this stuff into your face until you look like the gorgeous goddess you are and want to be. You always are one. And you always look like one. It's just makeup makes you really, really feel like one. At least I do when I put it on. Sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, is that a young English boy from the 1800s? Nope, that's me. So, and then this one's kind of the wrong shade. Haha, welcome to the future, buying makeup on the internet. Never know if it's the right shade or not. So I just kind of keep blending it and blending it until I'm satisfied that I don't look like I have cake face. So once I'm satisfied, I go into my eyeshadow. So for the look we're doing today, we need a base. So we're doing a black eye, like smoky eye. I keep saying black eye like somebody's gonna come up and punch me in the eye. I'm sorry, that's not what's happening here today. This is not a Twisted Tea video. No, what's gonna happen is I'm going to black out the tops of my eyes for my makeup. Oh my god. It's gonna be a black smoky eye. Like basically, you remember those emo girls from like the 2008, 2009 era? Yeah, that's what we're going for. The big hair and the... Okay, most of you probably have tuned out by now. And you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. But, so I like to take kind of a flat brush that's like kind of fluffy. I don't know what brush set this is. My friend gave it to me. And, I use this, I'm using this color palette by Beauty Bakery. Proof is in the pudding. I'm not even joking. I'm going in with the color Warm Cocoa, which is right there. This palette is very well loved. I really like it. And I'm just gonna take a smaller mirror from my Morph palette. And most of you are probably like, if she has Morph, why is she using this bakery palette? But I really like this palette, okay? It stays on really well. Don't judge me, okay? So I'm going to go in on the tops of my eyes. I'm going to look down into the mirror. And I'm just going to pat this brown color onto my lids. Just go in there. Go nuts. Go ham. Just get in there, girlfriend. Okay, now that we have that covered into the crease, and it's pretty well covered, you are going to take kind of like, I need a different brush. You need a blending brush. So this is a BH Cosmetics brush. And you're gonna take that right into the crease of your eye and you're gonna blend it out. And man, when I say blend, what I really mean is rub in tiny circles all the way across the top of your eye until it's sore. Like, don't stop. And if you have to, you can take more color and go back in there. It's not a race. You can take as long as you want on your makeup, really. Time is a construct of your own imagination. Okay, and now that I'm happy with how I've blended it, as I blend it again. God, Haley. Okay, I'm gonna go on to the other eyelid and I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Okay, now, holy guacamole. Now you're gonna look in the mirror and you're gonna check your eyes and make sure they're even. Blend them accordingly. Okay, now on to the next step, which is the actual black. Okay, well, we're just gonna do a very dark brown because I don't have my black with me. So you're gonna take that same brush that you used, because you're doing it with a darker color now. And you're gonna go over it. But not all the way up to where you went last time. You're gonna just go to just under the crease. Okay. Then you're gonna blend into the crease with that darker color. And notice how I didn't put on any concealer before I did this, because you're gonna have a lot of fallout, which means your eyeshadow will get underneath your eye. So you need to wait to put your concealer on. It doesn't look very good on camera, but it looks really good in person, I promise. Okay, so it looks like a mess right now, but we're gonna clean it up. So, once you've done this part and your eyes are pretty blended out, now you're going to put your brushes back and you're going to take a concealer. I use a concealer lighter than my foundation. And you're going to dab it under your eyes, up your nose, into your mid-forehead. Oh, and on your chin. And you're just gonna rub all this in. Pat it in. Me too. And you're just gonna go for it. You're going to angle your eyeshadow up with your concealer. And does that make sense, like what I just did? You see that? And do the same thing on the other side. I'll show you, watch. Just like that. And angle it up through your shadow. And if you have to, cut it like I just did. And see? Cleaned up. And then go up your brow into your forehead, rub it in. Okay, now set your beauty blender down, obviously. Okay, so now that we have our eyes darkened out, we're gonna go into our brow. So brows, a lot of people have a lot of trouble with. I know I have a lot of trouble with them. Just it seems like it's a constant battle. Some days you're gonna do really well with your brows and some days you're not. Some days you're gonna hate your brows. Some days you're gonna be like, wow, I look great. It's the battle of makeup. Nobody looks 100% of the time. Sometimes you're gonna mess up your makeup and there's no reason to be upset about it, because there'll be another day where you get your makeup absolutely perfect. And that's the day you take all the pictures. Okay, so now I'm gonna look down into a mirror and I'm gonna go in underneath the brow first. And I'm gonna cut into the high of the brow from underneath. Then I'm gonna go from the underneath of the high of the brow from the bottom out and create my point. Like that. And then I'm gonna draw out the rest of it. And I'm gonna go up and create an arch and come down. Like that. And then fill it out a little bit. And then fill it in. And if you see some spots that need to be filled, fill them in. You can always take some brow off if need be. You know, it's not set in stone how you have to do it. Don't ever be afraid to change your makeup. So you're gonna go in and you're gonna spoolie like right here literally a million times. I'm not even joking about that. Like, just keep going until it is. And I like to go like this because I feel like it gets more of it off. And then, and I was using Tarte Big Ego brow pomade. But then you get kind of that effect and you're just gonna blend it in through the whole brow. See? And that's not, that looks really light. Looks like I have a fake brow on. And what I do is I go in with a pencil after to kind of give it more of a eyebrow look. I don't know how to describe that any better than that, and I apologize because that was the worst description I could have given it. But always be sure to straighten out your brows before you start drawing them in, because literally a hair could be anywhere and just mess you up. And just fill it in. Okay, now back to the spooling. Oh, dang it. So, a little bit of background. I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder when I was 7. And a lot of people are like, how can you be diagnosed at 7? Life was bad. Things were no bueno at my home. And I was not doing very well. So, it took them about 2 years to diagnose me. I started in treatment when I was 5. And I started medication when I was like 9 or 7 or 9 for bipolar disorder. And then from there, I just started adding on illnesses, mental illnesses. I've been diagnosed with quite a few. And it's really hard because not a lot of people understand. And this is probably the part where a lot of people there's gonna probably be a divergence in people who follow me, if anybody follows me. But mental illness is like really tough, and I know some people will never understand that because they'll never have it. But we all have mental health. You know how like after a hard day of work, you come home and relax and turn on the TV. That's mental health. That's coming home and taking care of yourself because you consider taking a break important. So we all have mental health. We can all only handle so much mentally, but everybody's capacity for what they can handle is different. So just because I have mental illnesses and my capacity for what I can handle is less than yours doesn't mean that I'm less than you. And it also doesn't mean that you're better than me or vice versa. We're all the same. We just have different capacities for love, for honor, for trust, even for mental health, for what we can handle. So, okay, so I just did a highlight under my eyes, and I did that with the Proof is in the Pudding eyeshadow palette with the color Butterscotched. So I just did that. And so I don't think I'm going to put eyeliner on. And my reasoning behind this is I don't want my eyes to look too weighed. And I feel like putting on that would just be a little much. So now I have my eyebrow pencil, which is by Il Maquillage in the color Truffle. And I'm just going to go in and put some lines in my brow to make it look a little more natural, like they're really mine. And I grew them myself. Do you like them? And we're just going to put them all up in there. And if you want to sharpen the end of your brow with it as well, that's fine by me. I okay it. I'm giving you the A-okay. And then I like to go in with my mascara. So I have Man Eater by Tarte, and I have Pin Up Tease by NYX. And before you ever put anything on your lashes, you're going to want to curl them. And you just want to hold it for a couple of seconds so your lashes really get that nice firm curl in them. Ooh, gave myself a migraine with a cold lash curler. Lovely. Now you're just gonna take your little mirror and you're gonna go in underneath your lashes with I use 2 mascaras because I feel like it makes it look better. Okay, so there's my first coat with the NYX. Then I go in with my second coat in the Man Eater. The Man Eater. Okay. Okay. So there's that. Now, I'm not going to do bronzer today just because I'm not feeling it. You can do bronzer if you want. It goes in here, here, and for me it goes right here because my forehead is short. I just said short for those of you who had no idea what I said, because I didn't even really know what I said. So I'm just gonna go in with blush today, and I'm gonna take my BH Cosmetics blush brush, and I'm using an e.l.f. blush in the color Blushing. And I'm just gonna rub it on my cheeks and get my cheeks real rosy red. Make myself look like one of those bashful Renaissance painting women. And this has kind of like a shimmer to it too, which I like. So after I'm done with that, we go in with a highlight. Now, I got my highlighting palette on Amazon because I'm cheap. And this highlighting palette is called Aurora Borealis, and the colors in it are magnificent. And it was like $8. So I go in with this middle like greenish color that I like a lot. And you rub it on your cheek right here. Your cheekbones, your beautiful cheekbones, your upper lip, and your nose. And you can do it above your brows. And then you're shiny. Oh, so shiny. Everybody loves shiny things. And then the last thing you're gonna do is put on your lip color and spray your beautiful face with a setting spray. So I'm gonna use NYX Liquid Suede in the color Soft Spoken. And you're just gonna line your lips. You're gonna line your lips and fill them in. And if you mess up a little bit, it's okay. Just try to fill them in as best as you can. And like I messed up a little bit, but you can't really tell. I don't think anyone's really going to be judging your lips too harshly. I mean, unless they're really mean. And I like to go in and just kind of rub the edge in. That way it's kind of smoothed out and you kind of look finished. Does that make sense? Like a finished piece of art. And then I'm going to use my Urban Decay All-Nighter, and we're going to give you're going to give your face quite a few spritz. So just go. Ugh, it's in my mouth. Okay. Now that I'm done, I'm going to take my hair out. And that's our finished look for today. Overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I kind of touched base on a lot of stuff that we're going to be talking about. There's a lot of stuff I'm probably going to talk about more than this. I might just make videos just to talk if you guys would like that. There's so much to talk about. But anyway, thank you guys all for watching me chit chat and float and gloat. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day and a wonderful week.